as we sit here at the 14th tee, an unresolved situation with Scott Verplank at the 13th. Can you talk us through that ruling?
Yeah, Dottie, there was a situation where Scott had gone into his address procedure. He had sold the club. He had not quite completed taking his stance, and the ball moved. So he, in fact, has not addressed the ball because both things hadn't been completed. But when you do put your club behind the ball, if the ball moves before you finish taking your stance, there's a decision that talks about that, and it revolves, and you could be deemed to have caused the ball to move just by soling the club behind the ball, unless there's some strong evidence that something else caused it to move. We have some very tough conditions today. It's windy, it's raining. They had gravity on the ground. I mean, the slope of the hill, but Scott wanted the ability to play two balls. I felt like it was going to be a one-stroke penalty. We'll talk it over with the committee, and the tournament director will make the final call. We had him play two balls, one with the ball being replaced. Should it be a one-stroke penalty, he's played from the correct place. The other from where the ball, because the lie of the ball was altered, he placed it in the nearest, most similar lie and played from there. So until we get, the tournament director Slugger will end up talking to Scott in a scoring trailer. Scott does not feel like he caused the ball to move. And I can understand that because he probably didn't. But once you put the club behind the ball, you're kind of in jeopardy at that point in time. And so that's the problem.
Well, thank you for leading us back into the gray area. We'll find out what happens in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye.
The other one I made a par. I should have flip-flopped him. It wouldn't really matter. But I don't know. I guess by the way they interpret the rule there, I don't even know if I put my club behind the ball. I know I don't put my club behind the ball when I address it. I mean, when I'm getting my stance and all that. But they said because I was around the ball that I got to be deemed that I made it move. And the fact that it was gusting 30 to 40 and raining sideways and I'm on the side of a 45-degree slope didn't make any difference.
Talk about your mindset. You then had to play in 13 in through 18. Talk about what was going through your mind knowing that you had two balls in play in an unresolved situation that still had to be determined an hour and a half later.
Oh, you know what? I didn't do very good, honestly. Unfortunately, I started paying attention to how I addressed the ball and all that. So, I birdied the next hole, but, I actually had some pretty good chances on a few of the other ones, but I missed them, and I just kind of lost my train of thought. And start over again tomorrow.
So at the end of the day, you really don't agree with the ruling, but it is what it is.
No, I don't agree with it. My idea on it was I know right from wrong. I know what happened. If I felt that I did anything to make that ball move, then I'm give me a penalty. But I honestly at the time didn't think I did anything to make it move. I was hoping y'all had it on camera, but that's the way, unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Thanks for your time, Scott.
Okay, you got it.